Hey guys, Jared from Meridian, hope you're well. Now we've done the macro analysis and we've made sure that we're investing in a market that has the ability to increase. We ensure that those 6 key drivers are in place and that is going to be responsible for pushing the price up. Now once we've done this, what we can look at is what unfortunately most investors will do first, and that's the micro analysis. The little things that ensure that the property is desirable to people of that area. Now, what's going to be responsible for price growth is the economic principles in the background, but we've ticked them off. It's time to look at what type of property we should be purchasing within that given suburb. Well, what we need to do is look at demographics. We need to look through the census, the ABS, and we need to understand who lives there. You know, is it big families? Is it white-collar workers, professionals, managers that jump on the train and don't have big families? If that's in place, then we need to understand what is suitable for that demographic. If it is white-collar workers, then potentially a 1-bed to 2-bed unit is going to be ideal for that market. But if we're in areas that have large families, people drive to work, and the area is dominated by lifestyle aspects in sport and recreation, and you can see that obviously the demand for those type of properties in that area is from families, then you're going to have to look at a house or potentially a townhouse and making sure that the amount of bedrooms of that property are suitable for the demographic of that market. So utilize the census, utilize ABS, and have a really good understanding of what type of property should we be purchasing for that market. It's going to be coming down to what is most demanded from that demographic. I can't stress that any further. If you've done that work, then you're definitely going to be looking at the right type of property. Now, we always hear the phrase, we want to pay the right price. Well, it's going to come down to a strategy. It's going to come down to negotiation. Now, what can we do as investors to secure the best possible price? Well, you need to understand the vendor. What is their motivation? What are they looking to do? Well, if that property has been on realestate.com for a certain period of time and it hasn't sold, you've got a leverage point there, don't you? You understand that there's a reasoning behind that property not selling. Now, it's probably not because the property isn't beautiful or it has great aspects or the quality of the build. It might be the fact that they're just purely overpriced. Maybe the agent, the real estate agent that was representing that seller didn't get the pricing right, and that's why it hasn't sold. If you can start to understand these elements and these leverage points, then you can go in there all guns blazing and you can get the best possible price for that property. Now make sure what's going to determine the price of that property is what's selling in the local area. So comparable properties that have sold. And we need to make sure we're comparing apples and apples. So if it's a 3-bedroom house and it was built 30 years ago, let's make sure we're comparing to a 3-bedroom house that was built 30 years ago, has similar aspects, and then we can determine what type of price we should be trying to hit. Now, making sure all these micro elements add up is going to ensure that the property has the best chance of increasing in value. But like I said right at the start of the video, it all comes down to the macro. I can't stress that any further. There's 6 key drivers. Please watch some of my past videos. You'll see what those drivers are and how we can identify those drivers, and making sure that that market can increase in price, we then can look at the micro details. If you hit all these elements, then you're onto a winner and you're going to have a successful investment property within your portfolio. Look forward to speaking again soon.